and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia, so beautifully framed in the sunlight. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter." Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Washington. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And, of course, Atlanta. They're 5 spots away.
And seeing where Washington is, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Young misses off the right iron. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them, tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3 ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Hachimura. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Now, here is Young, coming off 31 points last game. From 6 feet out, he nails it.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
Ball taking his time here. Bonga gets the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Herter. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Herter. Young outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Young for three. Kept alive. Capella, the pass to Herter. Feeds to Collins. He gets it in there.
John Collins does a nice job reading the defense there, staying focused right through the contact and gets the finish.
Wall passes to Bonga. Here's Beal. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on John Wall.
The mentality of Trae Young: shoot first, shoot often, keeps defenders very active. In this case, too active. Maybe not a super athlete, or at least a hyper athlete in the Westbrook mode, but Trae Young's ball handling ability does some incredible things for him out there on the floor to create space and help him change pace for those kind of angles where he can score.
And that one falls for Young. And you love the aggressiveness of Young, tacking off the dribble, and Brent, for his size, able to finish inside.
Well, he can get to the inside. He can shake guys loose. It's his ability to see the floor, Kevin. But it still comes down to that range where Trae Young has confidence to pull up from just about anywhere to get his offense going.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
But he recovers it. Outside, Wall. Off target from outside.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Herter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Herter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Here's Herter, following the basket by John Wall. Collins against Bryant. Collins kicks to Young. The Trae. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
A big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. They trail by 6. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Hunter, no good. Wizards have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Beal deciding where to go with it. Here's Hachimura. Left side, Wall. Just 5 to shoot over Young. A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got his third basket of the night.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Here's Herder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And it's Capella missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Herder. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And here's Wall. 6 points for him. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Herder after the basket by Washington. Here's Young. Bryant with the rebound.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Wall against Young. Here's Bunga. And the three off target. Atlanta leading by 4. Hunter, the pass to Young. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside.
We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Now, here's Mahimi. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The three from Bertans. Wizards working now with the new shot clock. It's Brown on the wing. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Mahinmi's shot is good. Atlanta leading by 5. Young taking his time here. The Hawks again can't hit.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Reddish with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Carter missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Gary Payton is checked in for the Wizards. And a change for the Hawks. Teague is checked in for Young. Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Payton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Wizards trail by 3. Here's Payton. Up and in on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Teague. Now Dedmon. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Here's Bertans. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. But they recover. And it's Brown missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Teague dishes to Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Payton with the ball, picked up by Teague. Smith the pass to Payton. He dishes it to Mahimi. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's foul number 2 for him. Wizards making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Payton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Bertans. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight. Now, I don't know if you would consider this, Kevin, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Carter outside. The dish to Teague. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, at 6'2" and 182, Jeff Teague really had to use all the strength in his body to get that shot off despite getting hit.
Smith, and it's sent back by Carter, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. .51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And now to our rookie leaderboard for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Second is Cam Reddish.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Teague against Smith. Teague, the pass to Fernando. He can't get that one. Payton with some nice D.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Wizards shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Smith. Atlanta's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here is Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Just 3 to shoot from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Washington. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Teague. He's out there with Reddish. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Carter. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Now here's Peyton after the miss from Cam Reddish. Here's Wagner. And again, Washington, no good.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Now here's Reddish. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Collins. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Clock at 4. From deep 3-point range.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Hits it from 3-point range.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Outside Teague. Here's Reddish. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the 3 well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
That free throw, no good. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yeah.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
And he gets it to go. Wall's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Collins. Pass to Fernando. Back to Collins. And the pass to Hunter. Here's Fernando. The three. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Teague. Can't hit that one. And it's Washington the other way.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And it's blocked.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Now here's Brown. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Wagner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Teague against Wall. Teague, the pass to Fernando. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Hachimura. Over Reddish. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hunter. Passes it to Fernando. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Hachimura. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Checked in for the Wizards. Beal comes in for Brown. And the Hawks making a change here. Young against Wall. Young pass to Herter. Back to Young. 5 on the clock. Capella, high post. They need this. Rebound, Washington.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Count that one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hawks trail by 14. Young pass to Collins. Here's Herter. He's covered by Beal. Wall against Young. No good. Shot missing. Wall with some nice defense. Beal can't get it to go.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Hunter, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's Herter, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Wall kicks to Beal. And another miss by Washington. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 14-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Herter. He's covered by Beal. Here's Capella. And the rejection by Mahimi. And here we go. Washington fast break. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Atlanta making a switch here. Membry's checked in. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Fourth, John Collins.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They trail by 16. Young against Wall. Young dishes to Collins. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bembry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bembry's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
The Hawks trail by 14. Young from outside gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 13.
Difficult to try to stick with Trae Young, especially when he's rising up there.
Wall passes to Wagner. Kicks to Beal. Here's Wagner. He had 10 points in the win against New York. That one's not going to go. Collins with some nice D. Young against Wall. Young inside. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Trae Young looking like one of those young players who on a nightly basis gives you something you haven't seen before.
To the inside. 3-on-3. Plenty of space. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 17 points in the game. Washington leading now by 7.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Here's Wagner. He has 6. Dishes to Mahimi. Pass to Hachimura. Outside for Beal. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Wizards lead by 9.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
The feed to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlint, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Here's Bembry following the bucket by the Wizards. He kicks it to Young. No good with the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Passes it to Herter. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Ryan is checked in for Mahinmi. Davis Bertans comes in for Mo Wagner. Gary Payton is checked in for Hachimura. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. Dwayne Dedman's checked in for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Kevin Herter. Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 40-point game against New York.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
There's 47 seconds left here in the second. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Here's Bembry over Payton. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Bembry.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
A drive by Beal, and Capella sends it back. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young with the ball. 17 points in the game. 6 to shoot. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. And now just a 4-point Wizards lead. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Beal can't get it to go.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Bryant. The Hawks trail by 4. Now the pass to Herter. Young outside. Over Wall. Bryant with the rebound. Washington shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Hachimura. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Collins. Five to shoot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And here's a look at some numbers for Beal.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And that one hits back iron. Collins passes to Young. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Thunder, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And he makes the first.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
And so Young nails them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Beal. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Here's Young after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Young drives in, banked in off the glass. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Beal against Collins. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Throw good, Beal. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Collins dishes to Capella. Over Beal. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Wall passes to Hachimura with the fadeaway. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Hawks trail by 9. Young outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 26.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Beal can't get it to go. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Young inside. Great D that time from Beal. Here's Hachimura, defended by Young. Here's Hachimura. He's got 10. Wall, good.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now, here's Collins. Here's Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Wall passes to Bonga. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Ball against Young. Pass to Herter. Lobbed up there for Collins.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
Wizards leading by 5. Now here's Wall. 21 points in the game. Passes it to Bryant. Back to Beal. Pulls up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Beal's got 11 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now Capella. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
The Hawks trail by 7, and he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by John Wall. Herter, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Wall, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's a 9-point Wizards lead. Atlanta calls timeout.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
A chance to check out stats for Smith. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now here is Carter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brown against T. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Now here's Teague. The Hawks again can't hit.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
Here's Dedmon after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Shoots from the line. Bucket is good. 6 points for Jeff Teague. Washington leading now by 9. And here's Smith to the middle. Here's Beal. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The pass to Reddish. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Teague against Smith. He dishes it to Beal. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Reddish. To the paint, Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Well, the athleticism Dedmon's bringing right now on offense is paying some dividends, gliding through the air that time.
Smith the pass to Beal. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Teague. The Hawks trail by 5. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Gary Payton has checked in for Bradley Beal. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Smith against Teague. The baseline jam. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 6.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Teague. Here's Bembry. The Hawks working the ball around. Pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Rebound by the Wizards. Payton drives in, and Payton throws it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's Teague. He's got 6. Plays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
Well, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with a bucket.
Smith scanning the floor. Payton outside. From deep. That shot off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Reddish. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Hawks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
2 shots. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Bryant is checked in for Washington. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:21 left to play in the third. Payton outside. And it's denied. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Payton outside. Bertans with the ball. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Clock is at 3. Ball stolen. Teague finds Dedmon. You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Payton attacking, and he banks in the layup. Payton's got 4 this quarter. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now here's Teague. 8 points for him. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Washington out in front, up 1. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Reddish out there with Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Carter. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. Here's Fernando. A 3-pointer is right on target. Fernando's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Teague against Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jeff Teague.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
That free throw missing. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
He hits the second from the line. And Teague's got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 1. To the left side wing, Fernando. It's hauled in by Brown.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Washington. Teague drives in. No good that time. Washington shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Smith against Teague. Beal from long range. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 16 points for Bradley Beal.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Atlanta making some changes. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Kevin Huerter comes in for Vince Carter. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Now here's Beal after the miss from Cam Reddish. Bertans in the post. Back to Smith. Lays it up off the glass. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Young, no good, unable to end this run.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And it's good, 2 points.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now, here is Young. Collins with it. Now Beal defending. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in, and it's John Wall in for Smith. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Reddish.
One shot.
And that one falls for Collins. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high-usage player. He is highly efficient.
Huerter, no good. Wizards leading by 3. Outside, Wall. Passes to Bonga. Back to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Over Hunter. A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got 25 points.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
A pass to Capella. Back to Young. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Wizards making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. Here is Bryant. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Now, here's Capella. Back to Young. And he lays it straight in. Young's got 36.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Young against Wall. And the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Another shot, and he nails that one right through the net. 20 points for Beal.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Young, and again it's Atlanta.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Wizards. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Hachimura. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Wizards lead by 5.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now, here's Collins. Back to Herter. Washington with the rebound. Outside, Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Young with the ball. Now Beal defending. Young against Beal. Free throw line jump shot. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Young.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Beal drives in. Can't hit from the elbow. The Hawks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Young up top. He's covered by Beal. Young's shot is off. Wizards leading by 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Shooting for Washington, Bradley Beal. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Beal. And both free throws good for Beal. The Hawks trail by 7. Now Young. There's the steal. Bonga, the pass to Beal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Beal's got 26.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And here's Young. Washington with the rebound. Bryant's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At the line for your Wizards, Isaac Bunga. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. The Hawks trail by 9. Hunter kicks to Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. Four on the shot clock. Capella trying to free himself up. Shots good from Young. Young's got 42 in the game.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Ball passes to Hachimura. He feeds it to Beal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beal's got 28 points for the game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
The Hawks trail by 9. Young outside. Elbow shot. Here's Capella, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Beal. Shoots over Capella. Beal can't get it to go.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Herter passes to Capella. Shoots over Beal. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Capella.
Well, Herter is a shooter, but right now dropping some nice dimes.
Ball passes to Bryant. The dish to Beal. And the rejection by Collins. Young with no one around. But they'll get another chance. Out left to the wing. Here's Herter. Good on the three-point shot. Now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
Herter very comfortable taking that big shot.
Washington calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. At one point, they led by 16. Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 3. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
Pass to Herter. Kicks it to Reddish. Outside Collins. There's the pass to Young. Here's Capella. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on John Wall.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
What's up?
And it's tied up with that one. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Hachimura. All with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. The offensive rebound. Bryant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting from Washington, Thomas Bryant. At the line for 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them the lead.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Ball against Young. To take the lead, and he sinks the layup. Young's got 44.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
From the Wizards, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Ball against Young. Wall attacking. Tries contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Misses for Wall.
The love and passion. Wall is a game changer, a competitor through and through.
Shots good from Young.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
Young against Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Got it!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Young with the ball. Over in the corner, Reddish. A three-pointer, no good. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now, here's Wall. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Nails the tray.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
It's pretty clear that Collins is settling in to the strengths of his game.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Shooting for Washington, Bradley Beal. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Hunter. Fires for 3. They get it again. The kick out to Young. Here's Herter. Capella, the pass to Young. From the arc. The shot off that time. And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.